Hey everybody, it's Dave from Clean Pro Supply, and we're going to talk about the CPS chemical line of spotters. We have a little bit of a variety here, so I'm going to go through each one one at a time. And we're going to start with our CPS chemical Scorpion. This is a 7.9% stabilized hydrogen peroxide, primarily used for organic stains and odors too, but primarily stains. This is a concentrate form at the 7.9%. You're going to dilute this down about 1:1. You could use it ready to use if you want for a little bit more power, I guess, but 1:1 is usually the common dilution rate, and you can put this into a quart spray bottle, trigger bottle. Just make sure you label that if you do, so you know what's in it. But organic stains, and if you need to activate it, you can use a UV light. Different chemicals are activated by different things. The peroxide products are activated with UV light. So if you have a really trouble yellow stain that just won't budge, try suspending a UV light over that spot after you apply the hydrogen peroxide, and that will activate it. But be really careful because you could actually end up bleaching out the carpet, and you don't want to bleach out. And you had a yellow spot on tan carpet, and now you've got a white spot in your tan carpet. You don't want that. So just be cautious. Little is more, so be careful. But 7.9% stabilized hydrogen peroxide for organic stains. And then we're gonna flip all the way over to this other side here. If you have a synthetic stain, this is our CPS reducer. And what this does is actually removes oxygen, whereas the hydrogen peroxide adds oxygen. The reducer removing oxygen from that stain essentially makes it invisible. Your cleaning process will remove all the residue from that spot in the carpet or upholstery, whatever you're cleaning. But if you still have a red stain, blue stain, whatever the color may be from like Kool-Aid or any other synthetic dyes, you'll need a reducer. Now this product is designed to use on its own, and it should work really well. However, if you've got an older stain or something that's just really stubborn and you can't pull it from the carpet, then you can use a steam weight iron or a regular iron and apply steam and apply heat. And this is activated by heat. Like we talked about this one being activated by UV light. This product is activated by heat. This product, be careful though, because if you leave this in your van too long, just the heat from your truck mount could activate it in the bottle and it may neutralize itself. So if you've had one sitting in your truck all summer, for example, and you're wondering why it's not working, it's probably because it's already activated and it's no longer gonna function in the carpet the way you expect. You may need to grab a new quart. This product is best kept indoors. Some spotting kits from other manufacturers even put this in a little carry-along cooler, and you can put ice packs in there if you want. I've never done it that way, but just know that this will degrade with heat because that's what activates it. An oxidizer that is treating organic stains, you have a reducer that's gonna treat synthetic stains, and then we have everything else here in the middle. This is probably our best selling spotter for everything else for the most part as of right now. This is our CPS Magma. This is a gel that you're gonna apply to, I guess you'd call it like a topical stain or spot, tar, grease, makeup, anything that's gum is another one. It's gonna dissolve gum and loosen that up so you can release gum off the fibers. Slime, that stuff that the kids make with their parents. It's like a glue, whatever. I don't even know the ingredients in it, but whenever kids are playing with making slime and it gets in the carpet, steam usually helps just to loosen that up too, but if the steam and the hot water doesn't get it all out of the carpet, you can use the CPS Magma, and that works really well. Most people probably use it for makeup and gum. We also have a liquid version. This is the POG, Paint, Oil, and Grease Remover. This will penetrate the fibers of the carpet though, whereas this will stay more topical. Both are really good products. Just be cautious using this one because if you get this into the backing of the carpet, it could actually dissolve the adhesive in the backing of the carpet and it can delaminate the carpet. So this can be applied directly to the carpet. This one I would recommend applying to like a cotton towel rag or terry cloth and then blot it or hold it on to dwell on that spot, because if you just pour this into the carpet, it's gonna seep into the backing of that carpet and it's actually gonna dissolve the adhesive and the glue in the carpet itself, and the fibers will delaminate. So great product, but just know the boundaries so you're not ruining people's carpet. Coming over to this one, this is called RustEx. Pretty straightforward. It's for rust removal. The bottom of furniture legs typically have a little metal button on the bottom, and that's usually some sort of steel. And when that gets wet from carpet cleaning or just any other moisture in the carpet, if the customer spilled something or whatever, then if that leaves a rust spot in the carpet, you can apply this and it acts almost immediately. Usually when you apply it, you'll see it start to just fade out like magic ink. If you have to agitate it a little bit, go for it with your fingers, just wear gloves, and you'll see that rust spot pretty much disappear, and then just rinse it out thoroughly. Lastly, we have our General John spotter. This is kind of like your, well, general spotter. We designed this as an encapsulating spotter, so you can actually give this away to homeowners if you like, just to have a spotter to use in between professional cleanings, or you can use it yourself. clean a spot, and then that way if you don't fully rinse it out, maybe if you have a lot of technicians using the chemicals and it's not fully rinsed, this will not leave a residue. It will not re-attract more soil because it is an encapsulating spotter. It will work great as a general purpose spotter. If you want to use this before using any others, just squirt a little bit in, scuff it with your foot or a CRB, and it's probably going to get all your spots out. Most pre-sprays that are more aggressive, higher pH, stronger, maybe enzymes, whatever you're using, most good pre-sprays will get out most spots. But if you're using maybe like a green product or something that's just not as intense, then you may need a spotter like this to get out some of your stubborn spots and stains separate from what these are going to pull out. That pretty much covers all the different types of spots and stains that you're going to see in a carpet. And just for your own educational purpose, if you're talking to customers and they say, oh, I have this stain or I have this spot, what's the difference? And one thing you can do to educate your customers prior to cleaning, because if you give them information up front, it's actual education. Whereas if you give them the education after the job, after you couldn't get a spot out, it's kind of more of an excuse, even though it may be true information. You don't want it to sound like an excuse. So if you're doing an inspection with your customer before you start the cleaning process and you see all these spots in the carpet, you can say, that's a spot, I could probably get that out. That's a spot, I could probably get that out. That's a stain, I'll treat that with one of these. I'm not sure if it'll pull. Hopefully it'll pull out completely, but it may not improve 100%. So the difference between a spot and a stain is permanent. You may still be able to change the appearance using an oxidizer or a reducer, but a spot you can actually physically clean. It's usually something just in the carpet that has to be extracted and rinsed. And that's the difference between a spot and a stain. Can we get all spots out? By definition, yes. Can we get all stains out? By definition, no. Sometimes yes, sometimes no, depending on how long it's been there, depending on what it is. There's a variety of things that you can get out, but you may not always be able to get every single stain out of the carpet. So give that information to them up front before you start. That way you're not giving a false hope that every stain is gonna come out, because that's kind of their expectation when you get on the job site, that the carpet's gonna look new. But unfortunately, we're not always gonna make that carpet look new, but I can definitely guarantee it's gonna be a clean carpet, that's for sure. Hopefully that answers a lot of the questions you have around the various spotters, different products to use for different applications. And again, of course, as always, if you have any more questions beyond that, comment below in this video. I'll be happy to respond, or give us a call here at the store. Have a good day.